close to 6 as possible.
It
Hey, we answered questions. That
as
counts.
possible.
Hey, we did it.
This is-
We were here.
Yeah.
Okay. Poem recaps. We're going to read this poem. It's a longer one. Okay. As Dane debriefs Fia, who's wearing Julius's face, Youngus and Azzy are looting the place. Heedless Eris wonders what all the caution is for. Trap sprung! Cautious Hale gets split in two by the door. Hale attaches stray legs. I guess that's a thing. Tizcar handles Hale's cast-offs. He's a polishing king. Horror rends Azzy. Youngest defends with his dagger. Hale stands tall on new legs and struts like Mick Jagger. Helmed menace goes down. Time for some heals. Touch yourself, Eris cries to Dane as she appeals. Later, Dane declares his closeness, nothing to fear. He insists in a safe house. They strip off their veneer. They've seen his form eldritch, embraced his disgrace, so he sits now among them, baring his face. Hale's past unveiled. A tale of dark under. Sold as a slave, his talents cast asunder. In a tender moment, Dane to Hale draws near. A kiss to soothe the pain for those years. Except that the kiss definitely didn't go down. With presence commanding, Fia's past unfolds, her mission laid bare, a tale of control. Distrustful glances cast upon the stones, sacrifices made, their worth yet unknown. Survival, sacrifice, a philosophical clash. Fia's choices, a path of blood, vengeance, and ash. Dark omens loom, a sight so bizarre. Meets heroes, traversing the dark route of Zelatar. Crows feast on demons, an ominous scene, foreshadowing dangers, a trap unforeseen. Neath murder of crows, a ritual slap dash. Stones, chalk, lightning crackle, end in a flash. Cora appears, a Kenku of old. Where are her friends? She demands to be told. Fia drools on the bird girl, loves her new weapon. Dane fills her in on Gratz's world that she's now stuck in. Fia vows to end Gratz, his betrayal too outrageous. Are we relying on a non-player characters to save us? Wow. I feel called out. Gabe! Wonderful. Let me join in the session. Okay, so where we last left off, Cora the Kenku was summoned into this world. She seems very confused. Very confused as to what's going on. And has basically told you, no, we defeated the Demon Lords. Which makes no sense. She also claimed that Gratz was an ally, but then you kind of, in a roundabout way, explained that Gratz has destroyed the world. And, you know, you pointed out the window and she was like, what? As you try to question Cora, you notice that she's severely weakened. She talks in circles a lot. She's not very receptive to information. And at some point she kind of acts very like dizzy, and Fia will lament that even though she cast the spell, it doesn't seem to be very stable. The magic that pulled her out of the abyssal prism wasn't very good, and she needs to find a way to get her weapon, her new weapon, up and running. But for the most part, she insists that Cora remain in bed, where she will rest and kind of be in somewhat between ranting and raving and a comatose. She needs time to sort things out and figure out how to properly pull her whole entire being out of the stone. During her, like, catatonic state, she mutters and mumbles a lot in her sleep. She speaks about as if she is just having a grand old time somewhere, like she's having sweet dreams about her and her friends. She talks like, Cat purr, we go have dinner now. Big Brother Nakul visit. It's just weird. She just doesn't seem to be there. Julia insists that she keeps Cora in her tower, and she also insists that none of you tell anybody that she is back and currently inhabiting Julius's body. Even Valentina. Do not tell anyone. Then you're all kicked out of her tower for the time being. She says, I'll call upon you when I have something. So we're going to fast forward time a week. We're going to get some downtime done. And I'm going to go through each one of you and ask you what you think you would be spending this week doing. Usually it would be like, how are you earning income? Because, you live in a capitalistic society and need to pay the bills. And you're going to tell me what you're doing and which of your skills you use to do it. And then I'm going to have you roll, and I have a little table, and I'll tell you how much money you made at the end of your week. As well as if you're like pulling on any threads, like anything that you think you would have been doing, who you'd be talking to if there's someone you want to have a scene with, all of that stuff. Let's start with Dane.
Dane is immediately going to go home. He's going to find a new mask and put it on.
Okay.
He will double check. He will make sure Danica is still okay by just going in and checking on her.
She is okay, but you can tell she looks stressed and tired, but she's safe.
And then he will look at the thing that Eris got him, the little pendant.
Okay, Eris, what is on the pendant?
That's important.
It is a little pink carnation that has been pressed into a glass pendant with gold edges.
He looks at this and
probably not something you've seen before.
He looks at this and he goes, stupid. And then he puts it in his pocket and keeps it forever. And he'll the rest of the week he continues like business as normal. He's making collections for the Fangbreakers, and he's intentionally not patrolling a certain area that's close to the clock tower that Fee is at.
Okay, give me an intimidation check or a persuasion, what you think you'll be using. This will determine
intimidation.
Okay, this will determine how much money
I don't even know. I don't even need to know what I'm doing.
You're roughing people up to get them to pay up.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah, I'm intimidating as fuck.
You do really well. So on a normal week where you're in your A game, you can make anywhere. Your take home money is anywhere between 7 and 14 gold pieces for the week, but you do really well. And you get a fat bonus, so you can add 39 gold to your inventory. This is just like your cut. This is your money that you made. Doing your job.
Because I made such a good deal at the beginning of the game.
You rolled really good. Okay.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah, and that's what Dane does. Other than that, he's kicking back at the mother's love. He does things. He goes to the library and starts researching literally anything he can on a bird called Cora.
Okay. I need you to now give me a history check to see how well your studies go.
I can't read.
Not bad.
Nice.
So you first start with the bookstore that is in the pillar. But you don't find anything there after like the first day or two. Nothing there really catches your eye. You decide, though, the clock tower, base of the clock tower used to be a library before the Fangbreakers tore up the place, but you wonder if maybe some of the books are intact. You go, you start looking around. After a while, you're not finding anything, but then your eye catches a book over in the cryptids section of the library, and after some research, you find stories in various journals, newspapers, a book of cryptids, that there are rumors of a scary crow who is invisible in the darkness, who dances with the god of death and shiny things. And it is called the Korra, and it is a powerful monster that only people who have sighted her are survivors of her carnage. All of these stories come from the Underdark. Drow and Dwagar survive. Their friends all just died suddenly, and in the shadows they saw a big beak and scary eyes. It's all very, like, it conflated a little bit. This is the cryptid section after all. But it seems like there was a legendary cryptid named the Korra.
Dane looks at all this stuff and kind of takes it all in and tries his best to avoid that area even more.
Okay. Hale, how are you spending your downtime?
So Hale has 2 permanently borrowed spell books. He would probably spend the time going through them and picking out spells that he would like to know. But also, given that he needs to get that perfume from Ajani, so he's going to go pay them a visit after he gets... Maybe? Does Rin have all of the seeds?
Yes. Well, I have 4. I don't know if that's all of them.
I think that's all of them. So Hale would go find Rin.
Then before we have that scene, let's establish what you would have done to, like, earn income for the week so we can do those roles. We'll do the same for Rin, and then we'll put you together and have your scene.
I think Hale's probably just gonna be working at the Mother's Love, because he doesn't really have another way to get income normally.
Okay.
Barback.
Let's do a performance roll. Oh, Barback? I thought maybe you'd be dancing with your fans. Barback?
No.
Okay. What? Okay,
Hale's
what?
still scared about being found out, or like attracting the attention that he doesn't want at the moment.
Okay, what skill would you like to roll for your barbacking? Athletics?
Would would Zaz let him like attempt flair bartending, in which he can use a performance?
Yes, but how much practice would you have put into this?
Probably not that much. Like, he's probably still learning, so I'm good with cutting down on whatever he earns, if he earns anything.
You know what? You have magic hands, so I feel like, and you are trained in the whip and in the fan, so it's, make a performance check. Wow.
Yay!
Okay. A 25. Your flair is fantastic. You also make 39 gold for the week.
I think this also means that he does attract attention when he intend to.
That's right. Okay. All right. Rest of you think about what you're doing. I have to be right back real fast. I'm so sorry.
I think you guys, I want to give you a visual of what Dane looks like at the bookstore for those first 2 or 3 interactions, where he basically walks up like tall, gaunt trench coat guy with not really good hygiene.
That's not helping you, man.
No, it's not at all. Not
Got a
even a little
stench.
bit.
God, no wonder Sarah's not coming back.
Damn.
Oh,
But yeah,
no.
no, he
Take a
just goes up to the
shower.
librarian. He just like, I need a book about a big bird.
That I'm sure went over
Cora.
well.
Yeah. And the guy has no idea what I'm talking about. Just imagine, just give yourself that visual chat, okay? Just
A big bird, the yellow one?
Yeah. Looking for a big bird named Cora. Comes for 2 days and then you never see him again. That is
But
the
they
visual
also
you
know
have at
of
the
you,
bookstore.
right?
Yeah.
They're like, why is he here? Is he here to collect from me?
Yeah. They're like, I
I
think
don't
I'm
owe
full
any
up.
money. I don't
Yeah.
owe anything.
I think I'm full up. And he's just like, I want a book about big birds named Cora. And they're like, what the
Oh
fuck?
God, he's insane.
Yeah.
He's
He's
actually
gone
insane.
now.
We knew that he was already insane, but now we know that he's insane.
Yeah, that's on brand. That's on brand.
I'm very curious actually about what Cora is doing this entire week, besides just resting and relaxing.
Driving Fia absolutely fucking insane.
Oh, I'm sure. She's got to be nesting, right? She's got to be decorating the office.
Oh God.
I fucking hope so.
Oh,
I hope so.
100%.
I'm debating. I'm debating. Does Eris immediately go and tell Mother Fia's back?
Oh shit.
Yo, actual though.
Eris listens to Mother, or Mother is what she is most concerned with.
Yeah. I think Dane wouldn't say anything just because he would have thought that Fia would have just gone already anyway. But that makes sense, too.
Should I not do that? I feel like we're causing problems when we don't need to cause problems yet.
I mean, you can.
That's what the party's supposed to do.
Above table discussion.
We cause problems. That's how we've caused the problems that we solve. We're making jobs for ourselves.
Okie dokie.
The alternative is, I don't know if anyone is planning to go talk to Darkstar, because I think Fia...
I don't know who Darkstar is.
Darkstar is the whisperer informant that survived. Where are they at again? I forget.
I think Carla said that she's just tending to her birds. Basically, Darkstar is an NPC, a dark, I don't know what kind of Dragonborn, but a Dragonborn that Fia said was her feeder. And is
yeah, the Raven one.
Yeah,
she was a Raven, wasn't she?
No, she's a Dragonborn. But she keeps ravens.
She's dressed like a raven. Yes.
Okay. I've seen the picture.
Yes.
Okay. I feel like Fia went and got her immediately.
Probably. Does that mean that Darkstar is staying with Fia then?
I don't know.
That's a question for Scarlet.
I sent you a message, Scarlet.
Okay.
FYI.
We got a prompt to imagine Dane entering the bookstore and intimidating unintentionally intimidating the shopkeeper.
Just imagine a Dane-shaped individual who doesn't have the best hygiene going into a bookstore and saying, I want a book about a big bird named Cora.
Do you want it to have big letters? And rhyme? Okay, it's okay, baby. Yeah, we'll get you that. Don't worry.
Preferably pictures.
Okay. Rin, how are you spending your downtime?
So Rin's going to spend his downtime doing three things. One, he's going to give Hank a bunch of lists. I'm assuming we're back in the city, right?
Yes.
Okay. Ren's going to give Hank a bunch of lists of items to procure for the novice catalyst formulas he has
Okay.
to make a few of them.
Okay. So, do you want to spend your downtime crafting?
Yes.
Okay, let me pull up my
But
crafting.
while he's procuring the ingredients before he crafts, he wants to spend time kind of looking up information on Gratz, considering that we've met Cora. He wants to really kind of look in what happened 100 years ago. So he would be kind of waiting for Hank to get the ingredients, and then once he comes back, he's just gonna.
Okay. Make me a history check as you start looking into the books, the newspapers, like all the information that you can find. Crafting.
18.
What was your roll? Okay, 19. Okay. As you're looking through any kind of surviving records, it seems that about little over, not like 100 years on the dot, but at that time, it's very hard to find books from before. Many of them were destroyed. Gratz is described as the de facto ruler of the city, like a god king figure. There is hardly a scrap of records to dispute that. In fact, you get the inkling that within a few more generations, any memory of a pre-Gratz world might be completely wiped off the face of the earth. But all of the things you found really they don't date back any further than about 100 years ago. So whatever the truth was, Gratz had made an effort to conceal it.
Interesting.
Okay. Hold on, I'm taking a quick peek. So if you want to craft an item, you will need to procure the half of the value up front in raw materials. And then you're going to spend one of those days of your week setting it all up. Then we're going to do a check. And if you pass that check, then you can craft the items, and every day that you spend crafting the items will reduce the final cost. Let's go ahead. What item would you like to make? You can make a batch of one of the items.
Is there a list of what these do? I don't quite remember. It's been a while.
Let's see. I have the items. The catalysts. You have, which recipes do you have? And I'll tell you what they do.
It just says I have novice catalyst formulas. 1.
Fuck.
And it says that I have crafting formulas for succubus, spittle, pixie blood, unstable for shard, profane prayer beads, ebony coal, charred smoke.
Okay, so yeah, okay, that's all the things you have. Okay, so each one of these is tied to a spell. So if you use it while casting the spell, it does an additional thing. And the spells that they're tied to are Ebony Coal is for Burning Hands, Pixie Blood is for Fairy Fire, Profane Prayer Beads is for Bless, Shard Smoke is for Fog Cloud, Succubus Spittle is for Charm Person, Unstable Force Shard is for Magic Missile.
I will spend time crafting succubus spittle.
Okay. So you could make a batch of 10 of those, which would be $40 or $40, 40 gold. So you would just have to, you spend 20 gold to get started. Then we do the crafting roll. If it's a success, I'll walk you from there. We're borrowing Pathfinder crafting rules for this.
All right, I subtracted 20 gold.
Okay. So you spend a day with Hank. You have the formula, so it just takes you a day. Now I have to decide which of you have Arcana. Okay, so that would actually be it. I need an Arcana check from you. It passes. Whew. Okay, so after a day of setting up and you spend day 2 crafting, day 1, you succeed. So now how it works is every day that you work on it, you can either finish it now by spending the rest, but you could spend the rest of your 7 days reducing the price of that. Are you going to spend all 7 days working on it?
Yes.
Okay. Give me a sec to see how much that ends up reducing it by. Combining 2 different systems makes things freaking complicated. Oh, divide its purchase cost and go by 10. Okay, wait, let's see. Let me just do quick maths. Okay. It will just take you 2 additional days of crafting to make your whole batch of 10 succubus spittle, and you don't have to pay any additional costs.
Cool. Is that something I have to add, or?
I can throw it in your inventory right now.
Cool. And that is all that Rin does, unless I am allowed to research more of Hale's blood.
Because, well, you spent 3 days crafting, you can spend the rest of the 4 days making potions for Hale, 1 potion a day.
Okay.
Give me a sec. Catalysts. Okay, I'm dragging Succubus Spittle in, and then giving you 10. Boom. Wonderful. Now, as you're working, I will say, Hale, you show up to Rin's place.
Is this before or after you started crafting? That's the question, though.
I think he'd be in the middle of crafting.
Yeah. Okay. Hale will I guess since he knows where the workshop is in your place now, he's going to just sort of let himself in and then knock on the doorway.
Yes, yes. What? Who is it? Come on in. The door's open.
Wow, that's the first time I've ever heard you be so rude.
Well, I'm busy trying to craft all this stuff. I just need a lot of concentration, a lot of stuff happening. Sorry. I apologize. Welcome to my shop.
You should be sorry, but kid, I would like to know where you stashed those flower seeds that we got.
Oh. What do you intend to do with them seeds?
I think they're a novel item. I just think that they would be put to good use trading for something else.
Can I do an insight check to see if Hale is actually being truthful?
How would you have such high insight?
He's just like giving you this like really squinted look while you're standing there.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, sorry, I have it on private.
Sorry.
That's a 19, so you beat. So Hale is being not entirely truthful. He seems to have something. He is being truthful that he wants to trade for something else, but he's not told you who or what he wants to trade with.
Well, I got 2 questions for you. Do you require all 4?
I'll take 2.
Excellent. I do want to keep some for my research, just in case, it comes up that we need to remake these plants. It's just a little curious fascination for me.
I completely understand studying something that you are not... That isn't something that you can normally get your hands on is very appealing.
Right. Yeah, I got him over here in my bag, and he's gonna start, like, rifling through his bag, and he gives Hale 2 packets.
Thank you. And Hale's, like, very... like, taps it, like, puts his hand on his shoulder very lightly and, like, reaches over and takes the flower packets. I'll get out of your way.
Flirt.
What?
Thank
you.
Thank you.
One question I do have for you: how you been feeling lately? It's been a while since you followed up on your request.
Well, I haven't exactly been shattered much more, so I haven't needed it, but it is nice to have. In case I am about to re-die.
Fair enough. Well, just so you know, I have been making some. They're probably not as strong as you like them to be, but if you ever need, vials of it, I got it on my person.
Speaking of which, the undead that we ran into seemed to be using something similar, if not the same. I don't know where they're getting it from.
Fascinating. I could do some research and try and figure out other sources, I suppose. But thank you for the information. It'll make my life a little easier to research.
I was just not expecting to see it there. But more sources for me makes me live a little bit longer. Unlive a little bit. Yes, you understand.
Correct, yes.
Alright. Well, I'll leave you to it.
All right. Well, enjoy the rest of your day. I'm sure we'll meet later to talk about things.
Be sure to come pick up Grim before he spends all of your paycheck again.
Oh, shoot. I forgot about him.
Somewhere at the same time, at the Mother's Love, Grim is like this, holding up like his coin purse, saying, "Get closer! I can't see them unless they're right here." Oh yeah.
I swear that man's gonna run me into a financial hole. Just.
Well, you have to be careful that Dane doesn't become your collector.
You got to be careful that he doesn't run into another kind of hole.
Alright.
That was Hank piping up.
Damn it, Hank! Not you too.
Whoa! It's all he does these days. Okay, let's shimmy over to our beautiful gynoid Eris.
Eris is working for the week. She's back on the floor. I don't know how you want to do that.
Yeah, what of your... I'll let you pitch to me which of your skills you're using.
Let me see.
It could be persuasion, it could be performance, it could be sleight of hand.
Persuasion. I'm better at persuasion. I'm intimidating. Let's see. And athletics. So
I'll let you pick. Which skill are you using to make that money?
We're gonna go with persuasion and hope for the best.
Okay, roll.
You know, all dressed up. Oh God, I'm so embarrassed right now. Please work.
Everyone's rolling great, and then, woo!
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
24.
24, yeah. Go ahead and add 39 gold to your loot pile as you work that floor. As you are working, you notice there are more and more new customers of the demonic persuasion as people are coming in for the tournament. You also notice that you were told specifically not to tell anybody that Fia is in Julius's body. You notice that Fias, what do we call her? Julia, has made an appearance or two at the Mother's Love.
Yeah, I was actually going to do something about that.
So she has made sure that she, as Julius, is being seen. But...
Yeah. After the first night that she comes in, I go to Mom. I go to Mother.
Okay.
Mother. In her room. Knock, knock, knock. Mom. Mother. Mother.
Come in, darling, please. Just come on in. Sorry, I'm doing paperwork.
I slide in.
Slide into her beautiful office. It's lit. It smells nice in there. Mother is like got stacks of paper. She's like signing stuff. She's comparing contracts. She's doing the books. She doesn't even like look up to see you. She's like, "Yes, dear. Is there a problem on the floor? Don't you think that? Wait, what's the name of our favorite bouncer? The halfling. He's married to...
I haven't met him yet, so I don't know.
Fuck.
My brain says DeMarcus, but it is not DeMarcus.
It was something.
I don't know why. I'm sorry.
It was something. Okay. Kent.
It was the halfling bouncer.
Yeah, the halfling bouncer. What was his name? No. God damn it. We'll all remember it eventually. Demetrius, that's right. Demetrius, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Can't Demetrius handle it if you are getting stiffed, darling?
I could handle it if I was getting stiff. I was just more wondering, do you miss Fia?
And why would you go and ask me something like that?
Oh, 'cause Fia's possessing Julius's body. And he's been coming in and scoping the place out. So just letting you know. I had a talk with her. She's back. Trying to get a body again. And thought maybe you might want to talk to your old flame.
What on earth are you drinking?
Nothing. I don't need to drink.
When's the last time you've had your wires looked at, darling? That's a very hurtful thing to say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would be if it was me being mean and it not being true.
Why would you think that Julius is his former master?
He's wearing her phylactery. And she had a talk with us.
Julius misses his mistress very much, and sometimes he pretends to talk to her when he thinks that no one is looking. And it's very sad. And if his delusions are increasing, it's not kind to let him live in that delusion. I would recommend you not engage with that nonsense. And I am so sorry, but I have so much paperwork to do. We have 3 new managers coming in with their girls, and I have to go and run their licenses. And then she starts just rattling off a whole bunch of industry jargon.
Back to the floor, but when Fia's family comes to take over, don't say I didn't warn you. Love you, bye.
It's almost like she didn't even hear the last thing you said, because she goes, love you, kisses. Now, what the fuck is that? She is so in... She just... Yeah, it did not sink in.
Did my duty. That's all that matters. My loyalty was to Mom. I told her.
As you walk out of the office, your eyes meet with Julius standing kind of far. He's holding a broom, deadpan staring at you, sweeping.
Yes, she misses you. What do you want?
I value her safety. Shut the fuck up.
You can't scare me. I'm not scared. My loyalty is to Mother. I would love it, though, if you would tell her that you're back so that her heart can stop hurting. Besides, if you want to pull off whatever this nonsense is, that's a great resource that you're wasting.
I am stuck in the body of a fucking pipsqueak who can barely cast a cantrip. Until I can ensure
she can find you another body?
Valentina is not a wizard.
No, but she's well connected.
You grossly misunderstand our former relationship, young lady. Mind your business and keep your trap shut. Oh, hi-ho! Yeah, I'll go get that bucket for you. Oh, sorry. And then she switches into, like, acting like the most convincing Julius you've ever seen.
She's threatened, but she was threatened, but she's not scared. She's like, yeah, okay.
All right. You made some money, though.
Mm-hmm.
You made some good money. All right. It is the end of the week. You've all received an invitation. Oh, I'm going to also say Tizcar's not here. Tizcar and Rowan have finally secured a tenement very close by to Dana Danica's place. You're like neighbors now. I'd ask you if you showed them what's under the rug, but JTC's not here, so we'll save that. However,
yeah, I'll save it.
Danica has invited everyone over for dinner. Dane, you don't even find out about this until you're already out. But all of you have received a note from Danica. Eris, Hale, Rin, all of you. You get to go and have a Sunday dinner. Sorry, Soul's Day dinner. What is it, Gabriel? What is it? Sun's Day?
Dane just gets a letter from a random courier that says, having people over for dinner, please bring home radishes. Fine. And then goes to get radishes as well.
Okay. Y'all coming, or are y'all doing some before you show up?
Eris will go when she's done her shift.
Eris
will also go.
Once Rin gets Grim and puts him back at the house, then he'll go join.
Are you bringing Grim?
Yeah, I'll bring Grim with me. Why
Okay. Dane, are you like the last one there because you're working?
I feel like Dane goes straight home because he's annoyed, but also like wants to help tidy up.
Okay, so you go home to help tidy up. You walk in, and as you walk in, you see on the floor where you usually kick your boots off are a man's boots.
Danica, you don't need to get me new shoes.
You're such a jerk.
1 minute.
These aren't even my size.
All right, just give me a sec and Okay, I'm coming. And you hear her kind of muttering, and then you hear a low voice, and then she comes out. She's wearing an apron. Her sleeves are rolled up.
Wait, I hear a low voice.
She was talking to someone.
Grabs Danica, draws his sword, puts Danica behind him, and goes, "Stand behind me. I think there's somebody in here."
Yeah. Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
What do you mean it's okay?
It's just... I'm drawing a blank. It's Mr. Waterfield. Our neighbor. Mr. Waterfield. He lives like 3 doors down. I said that he could stay in the guest room.
What? Just got rid of them.
Well, I figured now since we have a free room,
It's not a free room. That used to be our parents' room.
He's sick! And he won't go to the clinic. He says he can't afford it. The tenements... Rent went up again. And I can't bring him to the clinic. I can't afford the cost, so I just said he could stay here and I would take care of him. It's fine. He's just sick.
Shink.
Oh, what do you know? Eris, Rin, Hale, thanks for coming.
Hi.
Mighty obliged.
Come on in. I just need the stew.
Enter.
Dane!
Hey, Dane, did you get any shoes? They don't
No.
look like your size.
We have a new guest joining us.
What? Dane, why are you talking like that?
He's
got
constipated.
I have something stuck in my
It
teeth.
certainly sounds like it.
I think you missed it with your sword. Maybe you cut something.
I have to go freshen up. I'll be right back. And then you just hear like
You
a
should
door slam.
definitely shower.
You just hear a door slam and you hear
I'll
water
second
start
that.
to run, but over the water you just hear, "God damn it!"
Sure, he'll be fine.
Stop, you're gonna... I'm sorry. Dane is just a little stressed out. I took an astray. What can I say?
Reminds me of the time when I rolled into town and you took on Grim.
Yeah. How is he doing? Oh, hi, Grim.
Oh yeah, I brought him along. I had to get him away from
How's his foot?
mother's love.
She'll start pulling
He
out.
pays very well.
Really? I thought you
Yes.
said you couldn't afford the medicine I've been giving you for free.
There's a reason I can't keep track of Grim, because he keeps looting my coin pouch. I'm gonna have to change the location again.
Well, will one of you help me
Just
set
keep
dinner?
the coin pouch on you.
Well, you can't keep that amount of money and walk around these streets. People steal stuff.
She sets the table and starts filling bowls. She has made a stew with a radish salad and some bread. It's humble, but a hot, fresh meal. Dane, are you still in the bathroom crying?
Dane is out of the bathroom, freshened up, doesn't smell any different, but is now sitting down at the table, and he looks like he was either wetted or sweaty. Cannot tell the difference.
I think those two things are the same.
Rin's gonna lean over to Linda and be like, I don't think it's the shower that's the problem. I think it's the clothes.
You have an issue with my clothing?
Yeah, you don't wash them enough.
Well, she said.
Danica starts to get a little red in the face. I'm sorry, I've just been so busy at the clinic. I haven't had
Okay, no, wait, hang on. What do you mean you're sorry? Do you do his laundry? The
Oh shit!
40-year-old elf?
I'm actually blushing real life right now.
Your sister does your laundry?
I'm sorry, hang on. What are you sorry for there, sweetheart?
No.
Well, up until I got the job at the clinic, I was taking care of the home stuff, and Dane was out all the time working.
Okay, well now you work. So Dane, your hygiene needs to not suffer because your sister also works. Wash your own clothing.
Dane looks at his clothing and
You dirty, disgusting man.
looks at his own clothing, and he kind of puts his head down and he just goes, "Thought I did."
Oh no.
Would
no,
you
no.
like help learning how to wash your clothing?
Oh, now you offer me help.
I mean, I could
didn't know
invent
you
a
needed
robot to help you clean if that's what you need.
Dane just slams his hands down at the table. Well, brilliant dinner conversation, everybody. So glad we can have
Danica,
you over.
Is
And
the
he
bathroom that way?
Yeah,
Takes
but
his napkin down.
wait, though. But Dane, no. I worked really hard. Please, just sit.
I'll be right back.
You guys
She-
notice there is an
I excuse
extra
myself.
chair at the table that is vacant.
Dane sits back down.
Eris does go to the bathroom, but it's to take off her skin suit and then rip those two wires that keep going back together, and then comes back out.
Just for my own behind the scenes know-how, is that because Dane said, "Oh, now you offered to help"?
Yeah.
Wow.
Hale is going to very quietly, turn his entire body to face Dane and say, "Don't move," and that he's gonna cast Prestidigitation multiple times to try and clean Dane up. How well does that succeed, Dane?
I mean, it would succeed fairly well. I think it's not that Dane necessarily has bad hygiene. It's just that he's never been trained on how to have proper hygiene.
I feel
If
like
that makes
Danica would have taught you how to be clean.
Yes,
She
but
kind of
also,
moms
like,
you a little bit.
yes, but taking mom advice from your sister isn't necessarily always well received. So, especially from a younger sister.
Yeah,
so, like,
she's
yes,
been
there's
taking
that.
care of you for a long time.
Yeah, there's an
Yeah.
element of like, there's definitely an element of like you should know this, but there's also an element of like, it's not learned helplessness,
Okay.
or it's not like intentional incompetence.
Okay.
Eris comes back out with a big smile on her face, like nothing happened. Sits down.
As you all
Welcome back, Eris.
Why, thank you.
Who's
Who are we
the
waiting
extra
for?
seat for? Yes.
Why is
Oh.
wait? There's an extra seat.
Well, that one is reserved for, and then you hear knock, knock, knock. The heaviest pounding at the door.
That doesn't sound like a friendly house guest. I'll answer the door. Dane gets up. Walk over.
As Dane gets up to go do that, Eris takes her extra food and just puts it half on his plate and half on Rin's plate because she doesn't eat. But puts the plate back so that it looks like she's partaking.
Thank you.
Dane like listens out the door for any noise, and then he kind of does this like dumb alpha move where he waits for like an indication that this person's gonna knock again, and then he opens the door before he can finish.
Okay.
Thing that
Bro.
people do?
You
Like,
Apparently, Dane does.
you open the door and a figure fills the entire door frame. Sorry. A sound played on my computer and it confused me. The hand up like they were about to knock again. The light. Your shadow kind of like looms over the silhouette. And Gaius is standing in the doorframe.
Bro, the
Dane?
moment Eris gets a view of him, she's readjusted her whole body like...
Dane on reaction, and I've already decided this in my mind. This is what Dane would do, so I'm not going to take it back. On reaction, when he opened the door, he just goes, "What?"
Oh no!
And then sees
Your
who it is
what?
and just goes,
The air from your what pushes through your mask, and you just see his like mohawk thing go, but the rest of him
yeah,
doesn't
I definitely
move.
use. Dane like uses thaumaturgy to make it as loud as intimidating as possible.
Yeah, he
For
just
fuck's sake.
he stands there and kind of narrows his eyes, and he goes, "X-Blood." And Danica jumps up super fast. Gaius, you made it. Here, come on in. And she shoves you out of the way, Dane. And
Dane gets shoved.
Strength.
Dane
with the strength of 10 men, he
lets
fucking...
himself.
she,
Dane like slams against the wall willingly.
she's like, "Oh, I'm so glad you made it. Here, I have a seat for you. All my friends are here. Watch your head." He like leans his head down to step into the house, and narrowly just looks at all of you. It is like the awkwardest.
Readjust.
It is so awkward in here. All of you probably already know this. This is Gaius. He's here for dinner.
Why?
Good question.
Well, for the last little while, he's been walking me home from work, and I just wanted to thank him for taking time out of... You know what? The stew is warm, and
Guys,
she
what
is...
are your intentions with this beautiful little being that has made us dinner?
My intentions are to eat food.
Yes, are your intentions to eat food down there?
his face gets a little red. I absolutely not. This might have been a bad idea. And Danica's like, no, it's just dinner. It's just dinner.
Eris will get up and pull back the seat for Gaius. He
walks in. He's wearing this like duster. He like strides by. I didn't realize this was gonna be a full house tonight. Okay, and he sits down. He looks about as uncomfortable as Danica looks.
Okay, I have to know the seating arrangement. Who is sitting next to who?
the seating arrangement.
Okay. He is sitting next to Danica. Dane.
Okay.
Tell me where you're sitting.
I'm sitting next to Danica.
Ren is sitting next to Gaius.
Okay, so we have Danica is at the head. Then so it's Dane, Danica, Gaius, Rin.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be at the other head.
Okay, so you're across from Danica, so you can watch.
Mm-hmm.
That means that Hale is across from Dane?
Now,
Next
again,
to
this
Dane?
is important. Do we have an oval table? Do we have a rectangle table? Or do we have a round table?
Oval. It's an oval table.
Okay, so who's at either side of the head of the table? It's Danica and Eris?
Eris.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, I know that's super important for me for no reason in particular.
Okay. Hale is next to Danica.
This
then.
also means that
No,
Dane is sitting across from Gaius by proxy.
Oh shit. Yes, sorry. Brain.
I put my hand out to Gaius and I go, Eris, lovely to meet you.
Same.
You take the hand. We're gonna use our manners.
No, he shakes her hand, but he's just kind of like, same.
Well, shoot.
Your
I've been
name
wanting to
is
talk to you.
Gaius.
What, Ren?
Well, I was going to be like, well, shoot. This is my time to finally explain to you my armor design for the battles
Ren,
ahead, you know.
no work at the dinner table, please.
I guess that's fair. You just see Rin kind of like,
Danica
I
is
pat your back.
so flustered. She's looking for a way to explain. Look, Gaius has just been making sure. Well, first he had some of his gladiators walk me home, but then he started walking me home because it's dangerous and he didn't want strangers to do anything bad to me. And I just thought that was really nice. And so I just wanted to set this up to thank him. I didn't tell him all of you would be here because I was afraid he wouldn't come. I just told him that Dane would be here and maybe Tizcar and Rowan. And I guess Tizcar and Rowan had a chore that they had to do. They couldn't come. But yeah. So Gaius is the one that got me the job over at the clinic. And he has stuck up for me once or twice when someone was not being very nice to me. And I just really appreciated that.
Wonderful. Glad we got all that out of the way. Let's eat. And then Dane
You
just
should
like puts his
probably
head down and
take your
stuffs his
mask
food.
off so
No,
that you
it's
can
porous.
eat.
He's
No,
eating it through the
no.
mask. It's porous.
He's been
He does
doing
this
this.
all the time.
you hear
He's been
the
doing this.
Yeah, you're free to say
Eris
no,
just
but
yells.
Dane is absolutely head down, ignoring everybody and just shoveling food in his mouth.
And this is why we were talking about hygiene earlier.
probably the mask that smells.
It's a new one.
Yeah, but he's shoving food in his mouth through it.
Dane, take the mask off.
Gaius is staring very curiously at Dane while he sips his giant
Dane
hand in his
is-
tiny little spoon.
It's the beast.
We are learning some manners. Dane, take it off.
The subject of manners. The mask stays on.
You're embarrassing your sister.
Well, it's okay if he wants to wear a mask. It's not that big deal.
You hear the heartbreak in her voice.
My heart is not
Dane
broken.
puts
I'm just mortified right now.
Dane looks back at Eris and then looks back at his sister and then like lowers his head again to eat and just goes, "So now you care about my sister too."
Oscar is going to like emerge right next to Dane's mouth with a napkin and pat it dry.
Dane will fully stab the tentacle in.
I will. Can I
Immediately-
intercept that? Can I intercept that
Yes.
stab?
If you want to, yeah.
Yeah. If
Do
you
I
go to
stab
stab
you?
the tentacle, I go to stop that because we're not no violence at the dinner table.
Wait.
Wait. Are you
So,
like
Tentacle
lunging
comes
across
in
the
with-
table to do this?
Tentacle comes in
You're
with
not sitting next to
napkin.
him.
Dane goes to stab. Arm gets stopped by the stab, and then he just kind of like flips his knife back around and like cuts the rest of his food and continues to eat like nothing happened.
Perfect. Amazing. Good boy. And then Eris just sits there smiling.
I'm so sorry, Danica, that you have to live with this.
I'm not entirely sure why I'm here.
I'm not entirely sure why anybody's here.
That's because you don't have any type of social construct to, okay.
I think all social contracts have been broken at this point with this entire conversation and having a pleasant dinner.
I
Let's
think that
go
the
back to
stew
that.
is very good.
Agreed. Let's talk about the food and nothing else.
And
Nika,
the
you
soup
look like
is-
you're a
table-
wonderful cook.
the table setting is very well done.
I would just like to say,
As I look at Dane.
I did not know that you were struggling back then, and had you asked for help, I would have given you my money. I have quite a lot of it. I don't use much of it, but if you had asked, I would have helped.
Dane, what is she?
Instead, you told me to fuck off, so I did not look into you or your backstory. I apologize, Danica. I could have helped you, and I did not.
Oh, wait. I don't understand. We're good?
15. Danica was 5.
Oh.
And we're not talking about this. Because the
I
stew
was
is just
unaware
too
of your
delicious to talk
existence.
about anything else! And
I was
Dane-
unaware of your existence, and had I been aware of your existence, I would have helped you. All you
Wow,
have to
this
do is
stew is
ask.
just the best!
Miss Eris, can we resume normal dinner conversation and not soul-searching and/or apologies? This can
I've
happen
never
at
been
different
to a
time.
dinner before.
How did you get these spices to interact with each other? It's practically divine!
Well, my Eris, you finished off your whole plate. You must have really enjoyed your meal.
It was spectacular.
I'm
And-
confused.
We're learning table manners here.
I'm sorry, Miss Eris. I just knew that you were my friend's new friend, and I wanted to invite you. I apologize if I prepared the wrong thing or if I offended you.
No, I'm happy. But it seems that I offended you.
No, not at all. Dane's always like this, and she slaps him on the back. I just didn't. I need to go check on Mr. Waterfield real fast.
And your sister's about to go and cry. You should probably fix that.
Yeah, I wonder why.
I'm
Yeah, having you as a brother would make me cry too.
At this point,
God.
Dane like slams his silverware on the table and goes, "Yeah, maybe I'm not the best brother I can be at all times. Maybe I fucking try really goddamn hard. You have no
You're
idea
not
what
trying
it's
hard
like
enough. Go make her stop crying.
to think that I am
Before-
just
as
the
you
shittiest
argue,
brother in the world."
As you guys are arguing, Gaius silently stands up and then he follows after Danica wordlessly and closes the door. They're not going into
Hale
a
had made a
private room.
motion.
They just went into
No,
Mr.
no.
Waterford's room.
Hale had made a motion to stand up and follow, but seeing Gaius do it, he's going to sit back down.
Is that cute?
Dane just goes, "You think that I wanted to have this dinner conversation? You think that I am just this horrible brother that doesn't care for his sister? Well, who else was caring for her while she was growing up? Who do you think got her this far? Who do you think made it possible for her to have such a bright outlook on life? By taking everything in that was negative. The reason she doesn't know that you didn't help us is because I didn't fucking want her to know."
At once, when I approached you in the brothel, you told me to go away. You didn't ask for help. You just didn't like me. I don't know what else you expect from me, but I can't help if I don't know what the issues are.
I know him now.
Well, I can't fix them now.
No, you can't.
Your hatred of me is all on you because you decided not to ask for help.
Dane takes a beat and just goes, "I need to check on my sister."
Yeah, probably.
And puts his napkin on the table, neatly rearranges all of his cutlery. His plate has been wiped clean, and he goes to check on Danica.
You go into the room and you walk in and you see an elderly man lying in your parents' bed. Danica is leaning over him kind of frantically, dabbing his head with a cool cloth. It's almost as if she completely forgot about the moment that you all awkwardly had. Gaius is kind of standing, leaning against the wall with his arms folded, watching intently, listening. She's like talking, like, "Oh, the fever. Oh no, we need." And he's kind of like, it looks like he's trying to like talk with her about what to do to help, but he doesn't really know what to do because he's not a medic. And she'll see you walk in and she'll run over. "It's getting worse. I need to ask you a favor.
Anything.
I know how to make him a medicine, but the ingredient I need, it's in my secret spot. I need you to get it."
Yes. And I look over to Gaius, and I look back at Danica. Maybe it's best if Gaius stays here to protect you while I go.
She kind of like she looks at Gaius like, "Oh no, did I just intrude?" And he just kind of silently does like a nod. "She'll be safe."
I know. And Dane, he looks over. "You want me to throw everybody out?"
"They're probably gonna have to go with you."
Understood.
Gaius pipes up. "The reason I've been walking her home is the streets are crawling with thugs, gladiators from other districts. They don't play by Rosewood rules."
Gaius, my sister is safe. That's all I need to know.
"Of course. She is our
And-
best medic. We wouldn't want anything to happen to her."
Me neither. And then Dane walks out, and you just hear in the background, "Take the stew to go! We're going! Everybody now!" "Mr. Watterson needs us." He puts on his shoes and takes the entire pot of stew that's like still in the center of the table, picks it up, walks out with it, and then is like ushering everybody outside with him.
I believe his name was Waterfield.
I don't care.
Waterford.
It was almost
Mr.
water.
Watterson will get the best chair imaginable. We just need to help him. Let's go.
And you're a paladin. You could use your lay on hands and cure disease.
I don't think he'd survive the procedure.
You know that there are some illnesses in this world that magic
Yeah.
at your level simply does not heal. For story reasons. It's a chronic
he's
illness.
old and also he's old and I cauterize anything I touch with my healing hands. So maybe that the stress could kill him.
He's not low on hit points. He has a condition.
Okay, cool. Dane just like looks at her and goes, some things are beyond my control. And then Dane just like walks out,
everybody.
make sure everybody leaves with him, and then walks out towards the secret spot.
Cool.
Follow behind everyone.
Do you guys want a 10-minute break? Before we... Unless there's anything you want to do before you head out in the streets, speak now.
Unless anybody has anything, I just want to say I loved that scene. That was the most fun I've ever had. Like the most fun. My poor sister. But that was such a family esque dinner.
Rin is gonna drop off Grim at the apartment, so he's not tagging along.
Okay. You do notice there's little roving packs of strangers who are eye you as you walk. It's a little unsettling.
Oh, Dane matches their energy and eyes them back with even more intensity.
Yeah.
Also, I updated my sheet in D&D Beyond, so
Okay.
sometime
I'll fix that.
during the break.
Okay. On-screen celebration. I don't remember adding that, but okay. We're having an on-screen celebration. Hooray! Danica's embarrassed.
Yeah.
What a great dinner!
Also embarrassed buff IRL.
Yo, I don't know
Secondhand
what
embarrassing.
that was like. I think I have some sort of insecurity there.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's all good.
That was great.
I'm like, no, I'm hyper independent and I take care of myself. I'm like, this isn't about me. Wait. Anyway.
Oh shit.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. All of
Great.
you, I'm so proud of you. I've been sitting on that for so long. Okay. BRP.
What a. Okay, yeah, BRB.
Hello, chat. Been day gone. Hi, Erudite. How are you? Hale did not get to go to a Johnny in the week.
We'll get there. Awkwardest dinner ever.
Accurate family dinner with... It's like the aunt that came in from out of town that has been out of their lives for the longest time is now like, having a conversation with the two kids.
I love how Gabriel put it. Hold on, I'm scrolling up. Danica bringing her new boyfriend home and wanted as much backup as she could.
That's fair.
Look, it's not her boyfriend. He's just been walking her home. And she made him dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's
But
this was the
also,
chance where it would have become boyfriend, girlfriend,
she also made
but
Dane and
it got
Hale
ruined.
and Eris and Rin dinner too, so it's not weird.
Yeah. No, that wasn't a weird dinner at all.
No.
Yo, I'm sorry. I'm Irish. That is classic family dinner. Like to a T. That's like
Look,
family
it's only
reunion.
weird if you
get
make it
together
weird,
every
and we
Sunday.
made it weird.
Like, yeah, this is a way. Like, no, we're not stopping the confrontation. We're not ignoring this fact. We're going to lean harder into it. Yes,
I just
absolutely.
love it when you were like, "This is the best soup ever."
Like you try to like not get your buns pressed, and all of a sudden you're just like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go.
Danica's like, "What's happening?"
Yeah, poor Danica. I just wanted a classic family dinner. She got one.
Oh no.
She got one.
Hale's food has not gone anywhere. It is still at the table.
Danica made her not. There are way too many non-eating players in this party.
Too many?
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, how are you gonna confront Dane about not eating when you didn't, or not eating through his mask when you don't even eat?
I didn't say anything.
Sus.
Oh,
I was
Eris.
talking to Eris, but yeah.
Eris is teaching this family fucking table manners, and it's so funny.
Eris also gave me her food, so without anyone noticing.
Yeah.
Hale solved this as a
And
win because nobody got stabbed.
you got an extra portion too, Dane.
Yeah, Dane didn't even
split it
notice, to
between
be
you.
quite honest. Dane was a
those
bit preoccupied to
refilling
notice
bowls.
that part.
She can. Okay, listen. Like Eris can consume things. It's just that you guys don't have a lot, so why would she do that to you?
Oh, that's actually really nice.
I know. This whole Eris.
She would much rather you guys be well fed than waste food.
And
Yes.
little Danica's like, "What are you talking about?" Because she's so. Dane has been doing such a great job sheltering her.
Mm-hmm.
Partly why she didn't see why this dinner could be a bad idea.
I just imagine the whole time you were yelling at each other, Gaius is just sitting here drinking his soup, like just politely, not adding anything.
Poor
He's
Gaius is like he's the leader of this large faction of like fighting warriors, and he's just like, what the hell is going on in this family?
Yeah.
Hey, to be fair, Gaius sleeps in the barracks with the rest of the Fang Breakers and eats in the mess hall with the rest of the Fang Breakers, and they're constantly having
Yes.
food fights and yelling at each other and fighting and thing. And he just is like,
Fair. Maybe he felt more at home. Maybe
yeah,
we were
he's just
doing
like totally
a
locked
service.
in. He just is. He's very calm. He's like got that like calm but still tension vibe. So he's just like,
Mhm.
"Can you pass the salt?"
All right.
You brought the salt.
He's like, "This ain't my."
Can we
fucking-"
retroactively say that Hale gave his extra soup to Gaius because I think Danica knows that he normally doesn't eat.
Yeah. Maybe
Okay.
she made you a different kind of plate, like with not food on it, but like a way for you to participate in the dinner. What would that look like? Is that even possible?
What? Well, sorry.
No.
You make him a different dinner?
No, like a different way to participate in dinner without having to eat.
For Hale, because he doesn't have a way to consume food at all
Oh.
without it going everywhere.
Oh, just give him a solid food without any crumbs or,
Yes.
or crumb loose.
This is gonna be like, you give him like a canned drink and he just has the entire
Yeah.
can instead of opening it.
Is that better?
Just
I
get him
forgot
like
to turn
a-
that shit up.
Get him like one of the like a fruit bar or something, you know?
Yeah, fruit, and you put a bowl in your stomach, and you just swallow it whole.
Yeah.
And then it goes ding, and then you can just.
Yeah, except for
Somebody
Hale
can eat it
also
later.
has a mask on, but he doesn't eat through his mask.
We'll take the mask off.
Oh, coming from
Oh,
you.
okay.
Yeah. Mine's porous. It's functional. Okay?
That no.
I'm doing you
No,
guys
no.
a favor not having a skull just at the table.
As I'm wearing a skull at the
Somewhere,
table.
somewhere, his card just.
Yeah, actually,
blinked.
I have a question there. If you have that, like, the
Mhm.
jaw,
The jaw, yeah,
is
it
that
goes
part
into
of
the
it?
jaw. Yes, it does. It
Okay.
goes through the jaw bones into my mouth still.
I feel like
Okay.
at some point, through a mouthful of soup, Dane will look across Danica or Gaius will look across at Dane to Danica, and he'll be like, "Nice job with the mask there. It really is something."
If it had gone normally. This conversation.
Maybe next.
This is also Dane's like this is like the CEO coming over to dinner and Dane having this insane crash out. This
Yeah.
very personal family matter happening.
I just love that you scream "What?" in his face.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh man.
Yeah, the immediate first impression of what? Oh shit.
And just not even. He heard
Yeah.
the yelling
Oh.
from the other side of the
Yeah.
door. He walks up. So he walks up. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Oh
Um,
gosh.
He's on the other side of the door.
He brought a bottle of
he's about
wine.
to break in.
He brought a bottle.
Oh baby!
A bottle of wine.
No.
He thought about bringing
Oh,
flowers, but thought
no.
that might be like he's not sure how to read the situation
Doesn't
yet.
know.
He was just invited to dinner, and he's
I'm
like,
glad we could give him some insight on how to read it better. God.
Sorry, Danica, for ruining your love life.
"It's not a left look." So she doesn't know what this is. I don't think he knows what this is. Wait.
That's still a valid statement.
He just the pretty girl who works very, very, very hard at her job and is very talented offered him dinner, and it's really rude to say no.
I love Gaius. I love him.
Eris,
He's
you notice his table
surprisingly
manners?
polite.
Yeah, his table manners are pretty good. That was
Yeah,
not
she didn't have
expected.
to say anything to him.
People think he has a reputation of being terrifying.
He's just quiet. He's just quiet.
He's very quiet. He's autistic.
We love it.
Oh, God.
Just kidding. I watched The Accountant recently, and I remember thinking, wow, Ben Affleck is so autistic in this movie. So, Dane, you know where the place is. You-
I just lead people down, and I'm silently brooding to myself. And at a certain point, I give the giant like stew pot over to Rin, because it's starting to hurt my arms.
What you want me to do with this, Dane?
Don't spill it. And
Is it?
Dane will
take it?
because Danica made it.
Is it required for access to the secret room?
Because Danica made it, and it shouldn't go to waste.
So they
It's
couldn't
not
have
a
eaten it?
room. Just let me show you. Dane like leads you down a cliffside, to like kind of like a crack in the wall of like a giant cliffside, that you could that like only if you were looking at it at the right angle, through like a pair of bushes would like that this place is there. Leads you down three or four different intersecting paths, and then eventually outside of like another cliffside where we have to like go against the wall, scale all the way down it, and then you're on like the bottom end of a small sandbar looking out onto the ocean of Baldur's Gate or New Zelatar. It's twilight at this point.
As it always is.
Yeah, as it always is. The purplish glow of the sky is twinkling off of the water in a very pristine way. Represents sparkling and shimmering, and the waves crashing feel peaceful. Danica found this place when she was very young. We've always kept it a secret. She finds it serene. She probably needs... Fuck, I forgot what she needs.
She told you. She told you.
She never told me. No.
So
Was it seashells or was it like kelp?
I'd say that she had before you ran off. She had described to you a certain kind of kelp. She tells you so the sandbar does. It's like kind of close to the cliffside. The cliffside, if you keep looking up, the buildings are built on top of it, right? Like you're hugged up against the city, and then
we're like 175 feet to 100 feet down. Right.
You do know that there is a part where the water cuts in. You know those like little like natural bridges where the beach goes underneath. It has a little bit of that. You know that this particular kelp, it's like a violet in color with indigo spots, and it usually grows in the shady recesses of the little cave area of this spot.
Dane goes down to grab some seaweed, and he just goes, "Listen, I'm sure
Eris is listening.
We all need to grab some for there to be enough. I think she needs a lot of it." And Dane's like starts grabbing some and handing it to others and different people and like filling everybody's hands full of it.
Everybody make a quick perception check.
You also see Rin use his invisible mage hand to carry the pot of soup so he can free up his hands.
Perception check?
Yes.
9.
Rin. Oh, is that everybody?
I think we're missing.
You got a
Eris?
9, Eris. How come I don't see it in here?
Yeah. I rolled it in D&D Beyond.
Gotcha. Oh, you're fine. Okay. Okay. Well, as you are all starting to pull the kelp out, it's kind of like floating on the surface, and as you like pull, you gotta like yank it so that you can dislodge it from its anchor on the bottom of the water. You are close to where, so remember, the river empties into the bay around this area. The river is this like crystalline salt river that pours out from the abyss. It's acidic to the touch, so you need to avoid it. However, the water from the bay itself is safe, so you kind of have to maneuver around where the crystal, it's like liquid and solid at the same time. It's strange. It's an interesting feature of Zelatar. But as you're pulling this kelp out, a bunch of bubbles are released, and a scaly face emerges, kind of like underneath the kelp, like it's hair. And
Punch it.
It's in the
Literally.
Oh no, this is like off in the middle of like in the water, like 10 feet away maybe. And a
Dane's
being
way too preoccupied.
stands
Okay.
up. It looks like a lizard or a humanoid lizard or dragon creature.
Tizkar, is that you?
It kind of looks like Tizkar, but upon closer...
Is Tizkar... Oh no, he's
not with you. Upon closer inspection, this lizardy creature has a deep blue scales, and it looks like it has gills around its neck and barnacles attached to its shoulders and arms. He stands
Those
up.
look uncomfortable.
Well, well, well.
What do we have here?
Santa Claus! Ooh. I'm really scared. Just kidding. It looks at you with a big toothy grin. Get a little lost?
No?
We're right where we want to be.
We just doing some resource gathering.
Resource gathering. What? This? And he like pulls the kelp off. You see big fins flick underneath, attached to his head.
Well, you see, I got this stew, and I want to put some kelp in there, inject some flavor.
A stew. Oh, I am hungry. Starved, actually. You look tasty.
How about we trade you the stew for some?
I mean, you look tasty.
I mean, you are definitely welcome to try and bite me.
Dane like finally looks up, he turns around, and he goes, "Oh god damn it. Listen, if you're gonna fucking eat us, try it now. We'll have this out. I'm trying to get back to my sister. Go the fuck away."
Or take the stew and give us the kelp.
How about I take the stew, I take the scalp, and I take your heads? You are friends with that thing breaker, aren't you?
How do you possibly know that?
I saw you in town.
I feel like people wouldn't recognize, like I don't think that you're the type of person that when you come out of the water, people are not going to notice.
You didn't notice me, love. I'm so hurt. And as he stands, you notice strapped to his back are several spears, and he's wearing the leather wrappings of a gladiator.
Oh, are you new here?
Little bit. I was just exploring. This place is kind of nice. It's got a lot of stuff. It's mine now.
Well, feel free to enjoy it. We'll be on our way.
And just as quietly as I can, I lean over to Rin, and I go, "Hi, Rin. You think you could electrocute the water?"
Sure thing.
I just start very gently pulling our people out of the water.
Yeah.
Are you gonna try to electrocute the water?
Dane
Yes.
at this point is just being like, we're not fighting here. Nobody's fighting. We're all gonna have a good time. Right as Ren's like,
Ren.
Rin will punch the water with his thunder gauntlet.
Okay. Because I'm going to forego an attack roll since you're punching the water and it conducts electricity, so roll damage. The electricity rushes through the water and you see it. He winces a little bit, but cracks a smile as it only deals half damage.
My bad.
My turn. All right, I'm going to throw you all into combat.
God damn it. Dane just like shrug and like take out his sword, take out his shield. Oh God.
I thought you'd be happy. You get to unleash your
You should blow off
frustration
some
on
steam, yeah.
Yeah. Plus, he made me spill some of Danica's soup. You should use that.
You should put the soup up high on that ledge. Let's just keep it out of the way.
Oh, wait. I gotta get rid of Tizcar. Let's move Tizcar out of the way. And put you all here. Okay, so because I don't have a battle mat for this, I'm just going to... This is the...
Does the effect of my gauntlet carry through in the attack, even though I punch the water?
What do you mean?
Which it basically lets them have disadvantage unless they're attacking me.
Sure. Eris, do you want me to roll for you?
Nope, I'm just trying to find where I'm supposed to be, because I'm not on the page that you're on.
No? Oh, no.
No,
I'm
we're
on the
we're on
pillar.
page.
Click
I'm on the pillar.
Abyss splash page. Be on the
Splash
Abyss
page?
splash page. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, there I am.
That line is the shoreline.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see.
Let's roll initiative. Which I will find.
It's
if you just give me
yeah,
one
look at the
minute.
very top of the screen. Do you see your portrait?
Mhm.
Mouse over it and click on that dice.
Mhm. There's no dice over my portrait. What are you talking about?
On the top.
On the top of the screen,
Very
everyone's
top.
little portrait is up there, like a little turn.
Oh, no. There we go.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's the dragon's turn first, because he did say, my turn. So. He is going to rush swim 5, 10, 15, 20. And then he opens his mouth and electricity crackles through his mouth and he inhales.
That makes sense.
And he does a lightning breath. Please give me a dexterity saving throw. You can click on that
Forever.
button. Yeah, everyone is in the line.
Alright. Why did we all line up on the beach?
We were all gathering things. I think we all did really well.
Yeah, you did. You're only going to take half damage. All of you take 14 lightning damage.
Said 14.
Yeah, because you made your save.
I would like to use my reaction for absorb elements.
Okay. Then you will
Can
take
I-
half of. So you'll take 7 total, Bryn.
Can I use interception on this?
No, it's not an attack.
No, that would have to be an attack roll.
Okay, never mind. Never mind.
Also, you would have to be within 5 feet of it, so you could attack it immediately.
I thought it was within 5 feet of the person that's being attacked.
No, you have to be 5 feet of the person who is doing the attacking, so you can attack them back, right? Oh wait, no.
No,
Oh,
because
I
I'm reducing
misunderstood.
damage.
Got it. Okay, hits the target with an attack. Yeah, this was not an attack roll.
All right.
Okay, cool. Dane, it is your turn.
Dane. The game is paused, so I can't move my character.
Okay,
But
I fix it.
he goes all the way to the side over here, and just goes. Gladiators are all the same. All brawn, with no way of knowing how to really use it. And he takes his sword and smacks him with his sword.
Poetry. Wow.
Nice.
Hey.
Very good.
Oh,
Oh,
very
good,
good.
Very,
I'm
very
gonna smite off of
good.
that.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. Before you smite, how much did you beat his AC? Oh yeah, never mind. Okay, yeah, go for it.
So 7 regular slashing damage, and then you see the water boil underneath him as 5 more points of smite damage go off underneath the waves.
Okay, you get a second attack.
I do get a second attack. I hit him again with the sword. Oh. You know what? Yeah, I did specify sword. Never mind. I forgot I had the flail, but I don't have that right now. 21.
That hits.
Yay.
Nice.
And that's another 12 damage.
Excellent. Are you smiting off of that one too?
Nope. Just the first one.
Okay. Rin.
Rin's gonna look at the guy and be like, well, seems like shocking don't work too well on you, so I guess I'll pull out my pistol. And he's gonna shoot him with.
It's a stool
His,
made out of peas.
Yes.
It just flies off.
Does not it?
How many nat 20s have you gotten with your pistols? 0?
0.
You need 3 to become proficient.
Correct. He's gonna be like, well, time for plan B. Oscar, smack his little bottom. And he summons Oscar over here. Why isn't it? Sorry.
Okay.
Right here next to him.
As Oscar appears, it rises up and looks at the gladiator. And it reacts in a way. with familiarity trembles a little bit. It's going to have to make its attack with disadvantage.
Oscar talked about this. You gotta listen what I'm saying. Was it one? I always forget. We haven't programmed in the damage or
just use.
Attack roll.
Do you have like an Eldritch Blast?
Yeah.
Use that as your attack roll. Disadvantage.
Damage. Yeah.
All right, you do hit.
Damage is going to be part lightning and then part.
It's part lightning?
What? Because I did absorb elements.
Oh, wait. Does that apply to your tentacle?
I guess not. Never mind.
Okay.
Let's see.
I think it's 1d8 cold damage. Okay, very good. As you strike it, the gladiator snarls in disgust. Fool. I am a child of Dagon. You don't think I know my own arms? And he swats at the tentacle. Hail.
So now we're finding more out about the strange tentacle that you named Oscar. Anyway, Hale is going to back up behind Dane, out of reach of him, so he's going to get an attack of opportunity on me.
He chooses not to. He saves his reaction.
Damn right. Fucking knows.
Hale's going to cast, first begin his blade song, second cast a brand new spell called Hold Person.
Ah! Well, darn.
Sir, I hear you. You still can't come in.
That is what Hold Person does, yes.
The DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
All right, let me make sure he doesn't have
that-
any
I think that's correct.
features. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay, it's just a normal saving throw. Oh my god, he failed. Well, he is held.
Wonderful. You be a good boy and stay over there.
What does your whole person look like? Is it like spider webs?
I feel like actually it's webbing that has like begun to cocoon them just slightly. And the longer it goes, the more webbing it looks like there's on them.
Perfect. Eris, it's your turn. If you attack him, you've got advantage, and it's a guaranteed crit.
Perfect, because she walks up there and is just like, you know, you could have just taken the stew and left. And then she's going to make her attack.
Wait. Are we killing him? Are we asking him questions? I guess we're not asking
Why?
questions.
He's another gladiator here to fight in a tournament. Oh well. And I bet he has pretty bones. Where is my longsword? With advantage.
Aha. If you hit, it's a crit. Okay, you hit, so it's a crit.
Okay. Can I roll my second attack too?
If you want to.
You know what? I'll do this first. Hang on.
I find it easier with a VTT to just do it attack then damage, attack then damage. If you smite, it'll also be crit.
Yes, we are about to smite. So that would be critical hit. So if I just put in the dice normally and then push critical hit, it'll double it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect.
Ooh. A lot of dice.
And a first level smite. I'm gonna go. How's he looking?
Bloodied.
That looked like it really hurt. I'm gonna hit him again, though. I'm sorry, I'm totally adding my smites. Clicking my smites in.
What is your smite? How many d8s is it? Without the crit.
It is without the kit. It's 3, right? So 2 for a first level, and then because he's a demon-y, you get 1 extra, right?
No, he doesn't.
He's not a demon-y?
No.
I mean fiendish. Aren't everyone fiendish here?
Yeah, but not for they're tieflings. The way like a tiefling isn't just inherently.
Yeah, then we should probably take off something from that.
I'll just take off one of the ones.
5.
There. I took one of those dice away.
Perfect. What am I doing here? Did I hit him the second time?
Not yet.
Did I do it already?
Rolled yet?
So see in the chat, the attack is there. Click that button and hit with advantage. Perfect. You crit again.
Nope, wrong one.
Oh, you know what? It was 2 dice I was supposed to take away. Boop.
Better?
That's a lot of dice. Oh man, yeah. He's alive, but you guys just cut through that.
Does he look slightly more terrified now?
Oh.
Probably embarrassed.
Does he?
And then I just take my sword and I lean on it.
Okay, he's gonna try and break out. Wait, does he get to... Yeah, on each of his turns. Okay. Mm-hmm. He tries to break out. He breaks out. I think that's at the end of his turn, though. So that's all he can do.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Dane.
So he's looking pretty bad.
Oh, yeah.
Dane will cast Command. And he will say the word flee. As that happens. And hope that he takes the good advice.
Okay. Makes a wisdom save. Ba-ba-ba-ba.
I think he takes that advice.
Yeah, he turns around and he dives back in the water. Are you taking
Do I get an opportunity attack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of you do if you want.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Smack him on each of his booties.
I'm not above that. Yeah, I'll do it.
A 15 misses. A 24 hits.
Hey, I'll smite it. Actually, I can't. No, I won't.
You can.
Why can you not smite?
You can. We're not
I
using
could.
2024 rules.
I could, but I don't want to.
Why are you rolling?
No, I will. I will. You know what?
Attack him.
I lied.
Yeah, make sure you roll your attack.
You need to roll it.
Okay,
Damage.
there should be another smite on that. You should have 2 dice.
That was
No,
just
that
a
was
long
just
sword.
my. That was just a
Oh,
regular
okay.
hit.
Yeah, go ahead
This
and
is
roll
now
the
my
smite.
smite.
Oh yeah, he's supposed to obey that command on his turn. We fast forward to his turn. He's dead.
Whatever.
You
25.
killed him. You stab him and he goes, "You won't get away with..." All the bubbles come out of him. Apologies,
Right.
Gabriel. I don't know why I forgot that.
What did he mean by Dagon?
I'll be right back, guys. Sorry.
No problem. Dane starts brooding and like kicking seashells into the water as he's like.
Hey, can anyone talk to the dead?
Not me. I have. It would be Tizkar, if anyone.
Tizkar is
I can
on
bring
a
him
date
back.
with Rowan.
I could bring him back and then we could kill him again.
I mean, that's just seems a little bit insult to injury.
Yeah.
I just
Are you saying? Are you saying that you don't know of the Lord of the Deep?
so hell, you know who this Dagon fella is.
Hale's like looking at them like, you live in the world where the princes have come into, like, have invaded. How do you not know about them?
Well, I live in the world, but I'm still relatively new here. I'm most of my time spent in the lab doing, tinkering.
Tinkering, and then when you come out, you cause trouble by taking.
Fran, I would love if one day you would like to tinker with me.
That might not be such a bad idea.
Tinker.
By interrupting.
Well,
Well,
I mean, you did say that you did the tentacles first and no one ever got excited about that or kissed you. I would like to,
I am
spend some time
interrupting.
with
I
you.
understand. And Hale like turns to leave.
Before you leave, you notice that something sparkly is attached to the hip of the gladiator.
Yeah, loot the motherfucker.
Yeah,
you
we'll loot him.
You see a horn.
What is it? I see.
What is it?
A
Take
ho-
it. Grab it.
A horn
Touch
of
it.
blasting.
It's like Thunderwave, but different.
Any of you want it?
We'll take
I
it.
mean, put it in the stuff. Yeah. Does he have anything else? Does he have money? Let's steal everything from
Yeah,
him.
you know what? I'll roll for money for him.
I'm gonna take his clothes and sell those too. He gets found naked.
Okay. And you guys just kind of get the gif that these outsider gladiators are not really necessarily the most fair. They don't like playing fair, and we're possibly just trying to cause problems.
Just so you're aware, I am taking trophies.
Okay.
And he has very beautiful skin that I would like to have. What's it called? I would like to have new eyeshadow.
Oh, he also has 100 gold on him.
Sweet.
It says split currency 7 ways. I think it's like giving some of that to Salith. So I'll
it's
just
getting to the other 3 NPCs that are technically part of our.
So I
party
tested
on the stream.
that, and it did not give those NPCs any money. I'm just going to split it between you 4 since you were here. All of you get 25 gold. So ignore what's in the loot pile. Take
Is that
20.
something I add myself?
Yeah, go ahead and add 24 gold yourself.
25.
25, sorry. Yeah, you guys could throw him in the acid river.
Yeah. After I take trophies.
Yeah, take your trophy. Okay. Let's see.
Are we throwing a child of Dagon back into the water where that's his domain?
Who's Dagon? You still haven't answered me. Scary.
Well, we don't have to throw him back, but won't the acid at least eat away his skin?
The river is the domain of Graz.
If you throw him into the river, it'll be fine. If you throw him into the bay, it will not be. Maybe.
But the river's... Is the river not the thing that's acidic?
The river is
The river is
acidic.
the thing.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
The bay.
Boonk. Into the river.
He lands,
And
so you throw it, and he smacks onto it as if it's just like a hard surface. And then slowly it just melts.
Find a heavy rock and just throw it on top of that so it stays.
It's like lava. Bloop.
So if he's the Lord of the Deep, why is he calling Oscar Dagon? That's just a tentacle named Oscar.
I don't think that he called Oscar Dagon. I feel like the tentacle is from Dagon. So you've tapped into some of the deep's powers.
Oh. Well, that explains the ability to breathe underwater.
Everybody's like, what?
Yeah, we all just kind of go, oh god.
Are there any other changes that you would like for us to know about now?
Outside of a few rumblings in my head, sometimes I hear voices, but I thought that was just dreams or nightmares, you know?
They start after you absorbed Oscar or before you absorbed Oscar?
Little bit of time after.
Rin, I don't know you that well, but honestly, I think you may be just the sweetest thing I've ever met.
Well, I'm much obliged.
I just give you a little pat on the chest, like, funny Blair.
Now kiss. Anyway.
Hale's
What
head
was
looked
that?
like it's about to explode.
If I had a brain, it would have exploded.
That gladiator was annoying, but I'm glad that we figured out something more about how to get that tentacle out of you. That is what you want, right?
I mean,
It like
kinda
slurps
grown
back
on me.
into your chest like, no, Daddy, no.
Aww. Don't you hurt Oscar?
I'm just imagining Oscar on Rinzeg is like eggy toast, where you cut a hole in the bread and then crack an egg in there, and it just fills in that space.
There's no guarantee that, since it seems to be a part of him now, there's no guarantee that he won't just die. There's also no guarantee that we wouldn't offend Dagon, apparently, who seems to be the owner of said tentacle.
Rin, as you're all discussing Oscar, your eyes kind of fall upon the bay and the water. You're standing right at the edge of the water, and it just looks so refreshing.
Rin kind of mutters to himself, well, I mean, it would be nice to bathe in the water.
The acidic water?
Of the bay, not the river. It seems that he's standing all the way over there.
You see Rin start walking into the bay, like you start seeing him submerge his feet.
It feels so good. Like your feet soaking up the water. You feel like having a glass of water after being parched for days.
Are we seeing the same thing? Does it look like he's having an adverse reaction to it?
Not an adverse reaction, the opposite of an adverse reaction to it.
So it's not showing that he's like his skin's not burning off or anything.
No, he's not going into that crystal lake river. He is stepping into the safe water bay water where that lizard or that half dragon that you killed was hanging
Do I
out.
carry him out or do we leave him?
Rin's like knee deep at this point, kind of.
He is an adult. If he can breathe underwater, he can go swimming in it for all I care. I am not his parent. I am leaving. We're bringing Kelt back to Danica. Is that correct, Dane?
Correct. And I'd rather us not have more of our time wasted.
You see Ren
Ryan.
also has his kelp portions in his hands while he's walking into the water.
Rin, honey, you're the only one who can get the soup.
Soup.
But Danica.
Soup is good. Soup. Oh, hey, yeah. What? Why am I in the water?
You were going for a swim.
Well, sometimes you get the edge, I guess. And he kind of starts making his way back to the bay. Gets the soup.
Amazing.
Oscar is just like catatonically happy, just bubbling in your chest after being submerged, and is just almost like it's in a food coma. Hale is utterly disgusted.
Hale
It's
is just
just
like,
lava.
what have I gotten myself into? Why am I associating with these people that have no sense of self-preservation at this point?
Anyway,
Come on.
I'm glad that we had that happen. Hale,
Well, come on.
Ren, do you mind going on ahead? I would like to talk to Eris alone, if I could.
Yeah. Well, Danica's waiting, so let's go.
We won't be long.
They
Yeah,
go-
you can hold
Yeah,
on to the
yeah,
soup.
yeah.
It's cold now.
For us to digitize it, it's fine.
Cast thaumaturgy. No, just kidding. Dane will. He still has a sword and like his shield in his head, and he's gonna drop them both in the sand. He's gonna look over at you.
That's
He
what
just
she'll
goes-
shoot hers.
Yeah. He just goes. I didn't expect you to be so blunt about being able to help.
Head just cocks to the side, like, what do you mean?
Back then, when I needed it the most, I thought that you were cold and indifferent. I also didn't know how to ask for help.
Seems like you still don't.
Well, it's because nobody ever really taught me.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Oh, that's because nobody ever really taught me.
People
Really
can't
would've
help
helped.
you if they don't know what's wrong.
I thought it was so obvious how much I was struggling. I didn't realize that nobody really knew. I guess. Nobody really knew. Eris, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have assumed
That you would be. That you would have helped if I had asked.
Okay, you don't have to apologize to me. I'm just sorry that you suffered.
Dane will take off his mask again. Take off his hat. He just goes. Will you help us?
Of course I'll help you. You just have to tell me what you need.
Dane, you see his shoulders slump down and like he looks at you, looks down, looks back up,
She
and
opens her arms just a little bit.
yeah, a tear falls down. he sees you open his arms, and he runs into them, and immediately the dam breaks, and tears start rolling down his eyes. He doesn't cast Thaumaturgy this time, but wails echo from the sandbar as I guess the camera pans out.
Yeah.
She puts her hands through your hair. You get she whispers into your ear like, "It's gonna be okay. We'll figure something out." You get little soft kisses on your forehead. Like, probably the most affection you've ever really experienced suddenly comes from.
Yeah, this is probably the most motherly love that Dane has experienced since his mom has passed, which makes him cry even harder.
She just hugs you tight and lets you have your breakdown and tells you that everything's going to be okay, and she's going to make sure Danica's taken care of and everything's going to be fine.
The sobs echo across the bay. Somewhere a demon hears it and goes, "Delicious."
Excellent, all according to plan.
I love the suffering. Yeah, that is actually where we will end the session. That was pretty fun for a filler while Tizkar is gone. I want
a filler episode.
I want to do some golden lizards. Let's start with Retsu. The only reason I ask you first is because I have your name first on the list.
I know.
In the template.
Yeah. But like, this soup is seasoned perfectly as you're really angry was perfect, and it made me laugh. so I'll that'll be
so good.
Aaron?
It's so good.
I know I was dying. That whole dinner scene.
What a good dinner.
Oh my god. I really love what? And then there's Gaius. So that
one guy you don't want to say that to.
Well, how much? Who were you guys expecting? Was that the expected?
Dane wasn't really expecting anybody else, but he like, it felt like a cop knock. You know what I mean? Like if a cop's knocking at your door, and so he was like really pissed off.
What about the players? Who were you guys expecting?
I was fucking hoping it was Gaius. Like
I didn't know who to expect.
I was like Nathan Dahl's kiss.
I didn't know who to expect. I knew it was probably going to be like Danica's secret like love interest or whatever it was. But I was like, yeah, whoever it is, it doesn't really matter. Dane's just going to yell what?
Like Julius.
Yeah. Julia.
Oh no, that would also be bad.
No.
Yeah.
That would also be bad.
Poof.
Buff for the same reason. The soup is delicious. What spices did you put in here? It's great.
Buff.
Honorable mention to Scarlet for one, creating this lovely city, this filler episode of Danica Invites Everybody Over. Let me ask you a question. Did you expect this episode to be this chaotic?
So, yes, I didn't know how it was going to be chaotic.
Yeah.
I just knew if I threw you all at a dinner table, it was going to be really funny.
Yeah.
But I also had to give you a little quest so I could give you the little piece of loot I was holding on to.
Yeah.
I was like, I need them to have stuff. And then Eris is like, can't we just use laying on hands? And I'm like, stop thinking about it too hard. It's just a little quest. I didn't think that deeply.
Yes, we can, but also no. This is a magical.
There's
thing
actually
that
a deeper issue that maybe we'll explore next week, and that is why is Mr. Rosewood, the mayor of Rosewood Square, raising rent prices.
Oh,
Maybe someone
I didn't even catch
should.
that minor detail.
Yeah. So the whole reason why Mr. Waterford,
Yeah.
is there is,
Waterford.
you know how the person who refuses to
Waterford,
go to the emergency room because it would like literally bankrupt them.
Yeah, a farmer.
So yeah, he apparently rents are being raised, and this guy is unable to afford. So that might be something next week we go and explore. Like, hey man, what's going on?
Actual golden buzzer goes to Eris for continually, like, I love the character trait of like, no, this is a very minor thing, but we're not letting it go. You need to take off the mask during like eating, and like this is not like you're not gonna get away with ignoring this. Basically, I love that.
That made it
Also the ending was phenomenal. I think that's a good resolution, or like a good forgiving moment between Eris and Dane, and so I really like that.
amazing. So the winner is Dane, but I actually wanted to propose a change to how golden buzzers work for next time.
Yeah.
Rather than just whoever gets the most golden buzzers gets a reroll, how about everyone who gets a golden buzzer from somebody gets either a d10 for their damage or a d10 for healing.
I love that.
So all of you
Oh,
get,
yeah.
so everyone gets something.
Let's all, every time for every session, just give everybody else a golden.
Everyone gets one.
Who didn't get one? Who didn't get one? Who didn't get one?
Hey.
So wait, is it for
That's-
each vote, or is it?
Yeah,
for...
so actually we'll do it for this thing. That means Dane gets 3 d10s to use.
So I get 3d10s to do whatever I want.
And
actually
Eris
pretty
gets a d10. And you can either, please track these. I'll track it too. Dane has 3d10 and Eris has a 1d10. And you can use these for damage or healing. And you just add it to any roll that you're making.
Cool.
I have a question. About Rin's blind buddy that we're looking for eyes for. Would lesser restoration work?
I think greater restoration would work.
Okay.
I try to say some of these like more, unless it's lesser restoration is what, poison and disease,
Blinded, deafened, paralyzed, and poisoned.
and like permanent blinding, or
It ends a condition.
okay. So I'd say that because this is more of like a chronic illness, not a condition, I would suggest like a greater restoration.
Just wondering how far I need to get.
You're going all the way, baby girl. Excellent. Cool. Yeah. I'll see you guys all on next week on the 23rd. Have we taken a week off this month? No? Okay. Should we take the 23rd off or should we take the 30th off? Do you guys have any specific day that you would like?
I would prefer the 23rd off, just because I'm out of town on the 22nd.
Let's do it. Okay, we're going to take next week off. I'll spend the time getting extra prep in. We took 2 weeks off last month without notice. Sorry.
Hey, whoa,
Hey, life happens, all right?
chill out. Dude.
We'll be back on the 30th. I am playing Pathfinder on Friday, though, so.
We appreciate the commitment to the campaign, though.
I know. Gabriel's awesome.
You guys are awesome.
Okay, guys, I gotta let you all go so Steven could go to work. I'll see you all soon. Bye, guys.
Bye.